Hello everyone, welcome to Think Global Education Services SAT Math class. Guys, this is the third video on geometry. Okay, so in this last video I discussed about triangles. Here also I will be discussing about triangles, and we'll be talking about couple of special triangles and bit of equilateral and isosceles triangle. So let's understand the special triangles in case of your SAT that you need to know. Now if I draw a triangle here, so let's say this is a triangle which has, let's say, A, B, C, and if I say this angle is 90 degree and this is 60 degrees and this is 30 degrees. Now guys, remember, that's why do we call it a special triangle? Remember, whenever we have the angles in the ratio of 30, 60, 90, the sides are always in the ratio of 1 root 3 2, always like this. Now how this is actually developed, this is developed from trigonometry, but we really don't need to go there in our SAT. We just need to understand whenever the angles are in the ratio of 30, 60, 90, the sides are always in the ratio of 1 root 3 2. That means the side in front of 30, the ratio will be 1. The side in front of 60, the ratio will be root 3, and the side in front of 90, the ratio will be 2. So this is a special triangle. If I know the ratio of the angles, that is 30, 60, 90, the ratio of the sides will be 1 root 3 2. Now what is the advantage of this triangle? Why we need to know this triangle? Now the advantage of this triangle is, if I know one dimension, I can calculate the other dimension, right? So for example, let's say I know one dimension, let's say AC is given to me. Now the original length of AC is provided to be, let's say the original length is 7. Now if I know one side, I can calculate the remaining side. Now it's very easy how we will do that. Whichever side is given to you. So which side is given to me? AC. What's the ratio of the side AC? 2. So whichever side is given to you, convert the ratio of that side into 1. So which side is given to me? AC. What's the ratio of AC? 2. How can I convert this into 1? Divide by 2. So I repeat what I said. So whichever side is given to me, convert the ratio of that side into 1. So which side is given to me? AC. What's the ratio of AC? 2. How can you convert this into 1? Divide by 2. Now, if you divide this ratio by 2, do you acknowledge you have to divide every ratio by 2? Now, it's very easy. The side is given to me 7. I'll multiply everything with 7. Very straightforward way. So, if I know AC is equal to 7, BC will automatically come out to be 7 by 2, as you can see in the figure, and AB will come out to be 7 root 3 by 2. So this is the special triangle, and the advantage is, if I know one dimension, I already know the remaining two dimension. 30, 60, 90, 1 root 3 2. That's one special triangle. The other special triangle is 45, 45, 90. But let's try one question before we move. So here you see the same question which I did, just a practice question. So we have a special triangle, as you can see, because the ratio is 30, 60, 90. This angle has to be 90 degree because this is 30, this is 60. Now you see the scratch work. I know the ratio of the angles is 30, 60, 90. The ratio of the side will become 1 root 3 2. Now what's the advantage? If I know one side, I know all the sides. So do you acknowledge AC is already given to me 5. So whichever side is given to me, that is the side in front of 90, I will convert the ratio of that side into 1. How can I do that? Divide by 2. If I divide this ratio by 2, I have to divide every ratio by 2. Now the side is given to me 5. I'll simply multiply all these ratios with 5. So do you acknowledge the side in front of 90 is 5. The side in front of 60 directly comes out to be 5 root 3 by 2. which is nothing but side AB, which is 5 root 3 by 2, and so I can write it here 5 root 3 by 2, and BC, which is the side in front of 30, automatically comes out to be 5 by 2. So if I know one dimension, I know all the dimensions. Now that's the advantage of a special triangle. You should directly know this in your SAT. 30, 60, 90, 1 root 3, 2. And I hope you understand my scratch work. Similarly, there is another special triangle which is drawn here, which is 45, 45, 90. So let me just slightly change the orientation so that you can relate with it. Same thing. So if I say A, B, C, this is 90. So let's say this is 45 and this is 45. So remember 45, 45, 90, 1, 1, root 2. That's the ratio. That means the side in front of 45, 1, the side in front of 45, 1, the side in front of 90, root 2. That's how it is designed. 45, 45, 90, 1, 1, root 2. Again, what's the advantage? If I know one side, I know all the sides. So let's take an example. Suppose the side given to me is AB, which is the actual length is, let's say, 7. So whichever side is given to me, I'll convert the ratio of that side into 1. The ratio is root 2. How can I convert this into 1? Divide by root 2. Now if I divide this ratio by root 2, I have to divide every ratio by root 2. So I've divided every ratio by root 2. Now the side is given to me 7. I'll multiply all the three sides with 7. So if I know AB is 7, BC automatically becomes 7 by root 2. And AC also becomes 7 by root 2. So if I know one dimension, I know other dimension. So what's the ratio? 45, 45, 90. The side in front of 45, 1. The side in front of 45, 1. The side in front of 90, root 2. So it will be root 2 is to 1 is to 1. So guys, these are the two special triangles which you have to remember. So I'll just write it down here. 30, 60, 90, 1 root 3, 2, 45, 45, 90, 1, 1 root 2. Now if you remember these two special triangles, your job will be very easy in your SAT. So let's try a question which is based on special triangle. Now understand this, guys, the special triangle will never be spoon fed to you. It will never be like this, okay, this is a special triangle, this is 30, 60, 90, one side is given, tell me the other sides. So you have to understand and you have to identify the special triangles in a particular question. In this particular question, AC, they are asking the ratio of AB is to BC is to AC. And they have already mentioned the angle, that this angle is 30 degrees. And angle B is also 30 degrees. And angle C, which is already drawn, that's 120 degrees. I need the ratio of the side. Now you should get a click. Whenever you see a 30 or a 60 or a 45, prior to convert it into a special triangle. Now how will you do that? We acknowledge if I try to draw a perpendicular in front of a 30, so this angle will definitely be 90. And if this is 90, this is 30, this has to be 60 because the sum is 180. Similarly, this is already 90 perpendicular, this is 30, so this has to be 60. So do you acknowledge what I did? I just converted these two triangles, this triangle into two special triangles of 30, 60, 90. Now if I write down the ratio, the side in front of 30, 1, the side in front of 60, root 3, the side in front of 90, 2, because I directly know the fact that whenever the angles are in the ratio of 30, 60, 90, the sides will always be in the ratio of 1, root 3, 2. Similarly, for the other triangle, the side in front of 30, already 1, the side in front of 60, the ratio will be root 3, and the side in front of 90, the ratio will be 2. Now, you acknowledge I can directly write down the ratio of AB is to BC is to AC. Now, what is AB? It's actually root 3 plus root 3. That will become 2 root 3. BC is 2. And AC is also 2. So 2 root 3 is to 2 is to 2. That will be the ratio that I developed. Now I can simplify it further. divide everything with 2. So the actual ratio is root 3 is to 1 is to 1. So that's my answer. So see, they will not directly spoon feed you 30, 60, 90. You have to convert it. How do you convert it? Just remember, whenever you see a 30, whenever you see a 60, or whenever you see a 45, try to draw a perpendicular. Either you convert into 30, 60, 90, or you convert it to 45, 45, 90. 30, 60, 91 root 3 to 45, 45, 90, 1, 1 root 2. So I hope this is clear. These are called special triangles. So very important in your city. Generally tested. Now, so we have done special triangles. Now we have to, really know the formula for equilateral triangle. I believe everyone is aware of equilateral triangle where the angles are 60 degrees. So all the angles are equal, and of course, all the sides will also be equal. So this is a special equilateral triangle. Now I should be directly aware of the area of an equilateral triangle and the height, altitude, or you can say height, same thing. Now generally the area is half into base into height. That's how we figure out the area of an equilateral triangle. But here we really don't have to do this much. We have to directly remember the area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 side square. So if I know the side, which is 7, I can directly figure out the area, that's root 3 by 4 side square. And the height of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 2 into side. Now we have directly written the formulas because we should directly remember it, but how they are actually developed, if you just look through the triangle, you'll realize that every equilateral triangle can actually be broken down into two special triangles if you just draw a perpendicular in front of 60. So this is 90, this is 60, this will automatically become 30. And what will be the ratio? The side in front of 31, the side in front of 60, root 3, the side in front of 90, the ratio is 2. Now which side is given to me? AB is given to me. Whichever side is given to me, I will convert the ratio of that side into 1. That means I'll divide everything with 2. And the side is given to me 7, so of course I'll multiply it with 7. So this is multiplied with 7, this will also be multiplied with 7, and this will also be multiplied with 7, right? So do you acknowledge half into base into height? Half, if I want to figure out the area of the triangle, that's half into base into height. Half, the base is of course 7, and the height, I calculated the height using the special triangle, that is root 3 by 2 into 7. So if you just notice, it will come out to be root 3 by 4 into 7 square, where 7 represents the side. So that's how this formula is directly generated. So you really don't have to do half into base into height every time you see an equilateral triangle, because you should know the fact that every equilateral triangle can be broken down into two special triangles of 30, 60, 90. If I know the side, of course I know the height, and eventually it comes out to be root 3 by 4 side square. Similarly, if you look at the height, this is the height, which is root 3 by 2 into side, which I already told you about. So these two formulas, you should be directly remembering it, and I hope it is clear that how you actually develop this. It is developed from special triangles. Now, an additional fact which you should be aware of, since we are discussing the special triangles, I want to bring a special fact which most of you know it, but generally do not apply it. Now, like in an equilateral triangle, if I break an equilateral triangle into two special triangles of 30, 60, 90. Similarly, in a square, if I join the diagonal, you'll acknowledge the fact that a square is actually broken down into two special triangles of 45, 45, 90. This becomes 45, this becomes 45, and this becomes 90. So if I ask you the diagonal of a square, I've seen students applying Pythagoras theorem, but you should be aware 45, 45, 90, 1, 1, root 2. That means the side in front of 45 is 1, the side in front of 45 is 1, the side in front of 90 is root 2. So if it's side, it will be side, side, side root 2. So you should be directly aware of the fact that the diagonal of a square, you don't have to apply the Pythagoras theorem every time. you should be aware of the fact that the diagonal of a square is directly root 2 times the side. So in your SAT, if you are aware of the formulas that are directly developed from special triangles, that will make your job easy. So I should be directly aware that the diagonal of a square is side root 2. Similarly, area of an equilateral triangle root 3 by 4 side square, and the height of an equilateral triangle root 3 by 2 side. So I hope the application of special triangles are clear. They are everywhere. We generally do not acknowledge them. Try to acknowledge these special triangles. Your job will be easy in your SAT. I'm emphasizing this because I've not seen any SAT exam where these concepts are not tested. Every single time special triangle is definitely tested in your SAT exam. Now, moving forward, one more point here. We'll talk about an isosceles triangle. Now, what's an isosceles triangle? Where two sides are equal. So there's one important information that you should be aware of when we deal with an isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle means, let's say these two sides are equal. So A, B, C. That means AB is equal to AC. That's an isosceles triangle. Now, the formula says in an isosceles or an equilateral. So you have to acknowledge the fact that every equilateral triangle is an isosceles triangle. Correct? So whatever property that you learn for an isosceles will also be true for an equilateral triangle for sure. Okay, so whatever you learn for isosceles, that will definitely be true for equilateral, because every equilateral is isosceles. So that's why they're using the language like this, in an isosceles or an equilateral triangle. And what is the information you should be aware of? So suppose if I draw a perpendicular here, if I try to draw a perpendicular, three things happen, and those three things happen simultaneously. Simultaneously means happening together. So if I draw a perpendicular, first of all, this angle will be 90 degrees. Second, it will definitely bisect the base. Third, it will definitely bisect the angle. So if I know any one, the other two have to be true. So that's why I said that they will happen simultaneously. For example, if I say this AD is bisector of the base, then it automatically means that AD will definitely be perpendicular and AD will also be the angle bisector. Suppose if I say this AD is angle bisector, then it automatically means that AD is definitely perpendicular and definitely the bisector of the base. Now in this formula, they are already mentioning the perpendicular. Now the perpendicular, if I already know this is a perpendicular, the perpendicular is also the angle bisector, and bisector of the base. So these are the three information. If it's already mentioned it's a perpendicular, then I know that it's an angle bisector and the bisector of the base. Now this is a very basic property that you should be aware of an isosceles or an equilateral triangle. So guys, I hope you understand the special triangles, equilateral triangle and an isosceles triangle. So that's all for this video. We'll continue with more formulas on triangles in the next video. Thank you guys.